upside down. Sorry, guys. Rotating. Hi. Say hi. Hi, everybody. Happy springtime. We're in Niagara, as you guys probably know by now. And I'm just talking about spring progression. Obviously, you guys know I do a lot of gardening, and I'm trying to do yes, eat them up. And we're doing some homesteading this year. We're switching things even more into gear. Obviously, if you guys can see all these branches I have here, huge piles. I haven't taken you around our lot in a while. So here's huge piles of trees I've cut down that I've got to process. Our little buds are coming out on our fruit trees. Here's our apple. So things are happening. Our magnolia is starting to bloom in the front already. Things are starting. We've got burdock. We've got more spruces down. We're building. A lot of things going on here. More trees I had to cut down. I've really had to cut back my fruit trees. Some of them were a little unruly and out of control. I've planted some new ones. I'll be doing some grafting, I think, this summer. And here's my plum, which was way too big. It was really my fault why the plums, we weren't getting them. Here's my cube. I call it the cube. This is one of our, basically a cold frame, but a huge one because we have a gazebo. Not only did it protect the gazebo and my barbecue, I was also able to keep a lot of cold hardy vegetables, winter greens and some spices and some root vegetables in there. So this is coming down today or tomorrow. It's cool, you kind of see in there. Today or tomorrow. Again, that's more building. Take you in the greenhouse. Come on, Burley. There's a lot of, if you were foraging and you were stuck, there's a lot of foods coming out. The tulips are popping. Let me show you the tulips. Yeah, all my pots I have out ready to go. Some tulips are popping everywhere all over the property. I had to pull a bunch of trees to move the trees from where we were doing our building site into the greenhouse. Obviously, I've been doing lots of planting. I've been showing you a bunch of the planting. Good girl, Pearl. Yeah, you like the greenhouse? So, sorry, I'm covering you up. My bad. It's hard to do this and hold it at the same time. So here's my seedlings. I can't see them, but you can. So we've got a lot of seedlings started. Squashes and pumpkins and beans and corn and peas and herbs and flowers. All manner of vegetables, okra. Heck, so many different things. Mostly the cold hardies I got in first. They're ready to go outside already. I looked at our 14-day forecast in Niagara, and everything is going to be above 0 even at night, and that's wonderful. So we've actually hit the point where we can get some things done. I'm going to get the hoses out today, which is amazing. I don't have to haul water to the greenhouse, which has been kind of a lot lately. When you have the new seedlings growing, they have to stay moist. The more I plant, the more water I need to bring out. And I've been trying to turn the heater down at nighttime to try and harden things off a little bit better in here. But there's a lot of water they need. It's quite warm in here. It's probably in the mid 80s right now. I'm building a screen door for the vent for the greenhouse. Hi, Al Carroll. Good to see you from Seattle. Thanks for tuning in. I bet you guys have probably similar weather, probably better weather than us. You guys are probably way a little bit further advanced than we are right now in Seattle. Pearly? Okay, honey. Oh, honey. We're going to leave the elephant ears, okay? My love? Perfect. So my trees that I thought were dying, here's cherimoyas. They survived out here. All is well. I've got pussy willows blooming in here. I've got a ginkgo tree started. I've got all my exotics out here. Thank goodness they lived for the most part. The ones that didn't, I've already got orders for seeds back again because I used them all up. And I'll restart them again. I'm pretty sad that I killed some of them. But hey, that's what happens when you're trial and error and you're trying to do some experiments and you're trying to push the issue. I just wanted the plants out of the house. Like, my house would be like a jungle with all the exotics in the winter. My fruit trees and things like that, little tiny seedlings that I didn't want to actually put in the ground this year. I wanted to give maybe another year before I put them in the ground that are cold hardy. Yeah, a lot of experimentation, and we're doing well. Pearly, please leave the tags, my love. I know how you love to take all mommy's tags and then I have no idea what's growing. Come on, let's go outside. Yes. Let me see what you said, Al. For some reason I can't see. Seattle, yeah, you guys have great rainfall. We're getting some rain. I'm just glad it's not snow anymore, because that was getting really tired. Really tired of that. Come on. I have some hardy bananas. One of them I had to move, so I'm hoping they'll actually come back. I'm always skeptical when they say that some varieties will come back, but this year we're going to find out how that went. I don't know, I moved some of the pups and I put them in some prime locations, but I also took some into the greenhouse to make sure that I still have some stock to put out here if they lied to me. So these are a Musa Basju, and they're supposed to be hardy to a good colder temperature, and that's pretty amazing to be able to grow a banana in Canada. I'm pretty impressed. So that's what's going on here today. We're building. I have to get some supplies again today, some construction supplies, some more chicken wire, some more lumber, and I have to get up on the ladder and cut some trees down, clean the eaves troughs. But the thing is, I'm like a kid in a candy store. There's so much to do out here, so much cleanup from the winter. It gets messy here in Canada. All the leaves and the branches and everything that has to be cleaned up underneath. Things are mucky. Now the ground has finally dried some. So I can actually get out here and do some things. There's so many things to do, I don't know what to do. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, you have weird weather in Seattle? I'm sure you do. We've had some weird stuff too. It seems like there's no real transition anymore. It just like is cold, cold, cold. And then you hop right into spring, hot spring. Like Thursday is going to be 70 degrees, but we had snow maybe last week. We've had 0 temperatures all week. It's going to be 70 on Thursday. It's very strange and weird. And yeah, like I said, thank you for the pitchfork, honey. Our global warming is definitely an issue because we've been bumped up from a 5B hardiness zone, and now we're, sorry, covering myself up again, from a 5B, and now we're a 6, and I'm growing all kinds of cool stuff. I'll have to take you on a tour when things bud out and things start leafing out, because right now everything just kind of looks like sticks. I know what they are, but it's hard to tell. So I'm basically following a food forest pattern, permaculture, if you want to look that up. And this is a date plum persimmon. I would have never been able to get a date plum persimmon to grow here years ago, but now that the temperature has warmed up, I did put it in kind of a protected location, but I'm pretty stoked. Hopefully this guy will give me some fruit this year. That'd be amazing. I have some pawpaw. I have some cool native trees. I've got a plum. I've got some peach. I've got nectarines, apples, pears, Asian pears. I even have gummies and autumn olive and, you know, some really interesting stuff, cool berries. So what you're looking at is you're looking at huge trees, things that are going to produce something for you, not just greenery that's going to fall and give you compost, although that's good too. You want to find something that's going to produce something for you that's edible or medicinal. Basically, as I've said before, I'm not growing anything unless it is edible or medicinal. Here's my red currant bush. It's starting to come out and be happy. I love the spring. It's the best time of year. But I'm finding all kinds of ones that have drop-ins that I've called them. The birds drop in seeds over the winter. They've found seeds, or they were cold stratified basically on our soil, and then they pop up in the spring and you're like, whoa, where did you come from? I didn't plant you. I see lots of different berries. I think I got a walnut last year from somewhere. There's lots of new raspberries. I think I got a new a tayberry, I think it is. I find currants all over, and I think that the birds also, they move stuff around from your own property. So I'm finding other things like another goji. So that's kind of exciting to see. I unwrapped all my trees. Again, there's so much to do, but I am a kid in a candy store. I'm just happy to be outside, happy to get some sun, some nice weather. Yep, my work is cut out for me, but I'm happy. Winter is long here. Seems like it just lasts forever. Look I've got trees here. I don't know what this is. Just growing random things in the middle of my yards. I don't know. We'll see what they are. I have one of those cool apps that you can take a snapshot of the leaves or the fruit or the flowers, and it'll tell you what it is. And that has like changed the whole game for me, because there's lots of things I would just pull knowing I didn't plant it. It wasn't something that I did. But I'm pulling things that could potentially be a really great hardy native plant, a perennial plant that I don't have to, you know, go buy and put it in myself. So I'm finding a lot of useful things that are dropped in. They just fall from the universe, fall from the sky, and you have some cool stuff. So I'm going to have to go through the yard with you probably this week and show you like what the first things are to start harvesting and foraging for if you are, if you're hungry, like if you're in a survival situation and you need to do some serious looking for food. I've started mushrooms this year, or actually in the fall of last year. So these guys are inoculated. I have to keep them moist, so I've got to get the hoses out here. And we're going to see how that works. I'm trying to work with the nature on my property as opposed to against it. So I tried to plant a lot of things here in the past, even things that are like supposed to be shade lovers, but they just never quite work out here. I have a huge oak tree, I've got huge pines, and they suck a lot of the nutrients out. So what I decided was just to work with it. And what would work well in a forest, it would be mushrooms, the fungi layer, and that's fantastic because I can just use my stumps and my branches and things that I've cut or have found. You know, on the side of the road you find a lot of tree stumps, especially in the spring, especially in the fall when people are doing the cleaning up, right? So I'm using those, and I'm working with nature and working with my shade. In fact, it's going to be better to have that there. So it's actually going to be a useful part of my lot instead of just a place to put stuff, right? So that's the walkthrough. Again, I have a lot of projects I want to get done. Every year I've got new projects in my head to improve things. Oh, baby, are you okay, my sweet love? Oh, my baby, give me kisses. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. You okay? Who's that in there? Who's that? Who's that? Say hi. Hello. You okay? Yeah, we're just playing outside. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This was kind of a random put together, but I'm just happy to be outside in the spring, so that's kind of some spring progression. I did get a rain barrel this last season, but I haven't hooked it in, so that's another job. Bunch of jobs, just trying to improve things, making things better. That's it. So I hope wherever you guys are today, be a champion in your greenhouse, outside, in your kitchen, wherever that may be. See you later. Ciao. Thanks for tuning.